an entangled dance, France and China's economic ties. France and China, two global powers with rich histories and distinct cultures, find themselves locked in a complex economic dance. China's economic rise has captivated the world, and France, a leading European economy, has not been immune to its allure. The relationship is marked by both opportunity and apprehension, a delicate balance between mutual benefit and potential pitfalls. France sees in China a vast market for its luxury goods, aerospace technology, and agricultural products. China, in turn, views France as a gateway to European markets and a source of technological expertise. Yet, beneath the surface of this seemingly harmonious partnership, lie undercurrents of unease. France, like many Western nations, is grappling with the implications of China's growing economic might. Concerns over unfair trade practices, intellectual property theft, and the security risks associated with Chinese investments have cast a shadow on the relationship. The delicate task for France is to navigate this complex relationship, maximizing the economic benefits while safeguarding its national interests. French wine and spirits. Feeling the pinch of Chinese demand. The French wine and spirits industry, a cornerstone of the nation's cultural heritage and economic prosperity, offers a telling example of the complexities inherent in the Franco-Chinese economic relationship. For years, China's burgeoning middle class and its thirst for luxury goods fueled a boom in French wine exports. Champagne flowed freely at lavish banquets in Shanghai and Beijing, a testament to China's growing appetite for French savoir-faire. However, recent years have witnessed a softening of this demand, leaving French vineyards grappling with surplus stock and dwindling profits. Several factors contribute to this downturn. China's economic slowdown, coupled with the government's anti-corruption drive, has dampened the extravagance of previous years. Moreover, trade tensions between China and the West have resulted in retaliatory tariffs, making French wines less competitive in the Chinese market. Technology transfer, a double-edged sword. Technology, a key driver of economic growth in the 21st century, lies at the heart of the Franco-Chinese economic relationship. France, renowned for its expertise in aerospace, telecommunications, and nuclear energy, has become an attractive target for Chinese investment seeking access to advanced technologies. Chinese firms have made significant inroads into the French tech sector, acquiring stakes in companies developing cutting-edge technologies in artificial intelligence, robotics, and renewable energy. While these investments bring much-needed capital and create employment opportunities, they also raise concerns about the potential for forced technology transfer. Critics argue that Chinese companies, often with close ties to the Chinese government, may use their investments to acquire sensitive technologies that could bolster China's military capabilities or give them an unfair advantage in global markets. This delicate dance between technological collaboration and safeguarding national interests presents a significant challenge for French policymakers. Ports and networks, Chinese investment in French infrastructure. Beyond the realm of technology, Chinese investments have extended to critical infrastructure in France, raising further eyebrows in Paris and beyond. Chinese companies, backed by state-owned banks, have acquired significant stakes in major French ports, including those in Le Havre and Dunkirk, crucial gateways for European trade. These investments provide China with a strategic foothold in vital transportation hubs, potentially granting them leverage over European supply chains. Moreover, Chinese telecom giant Huawei has been aggressively pursuing contracts to build 5G networks in France and other European countries. While Huawei offers competitive pricing and advanced technology, its close ties to the Chinese government have sparked concerns about potential espionage and data security risks. This has led to a fierce debate within France and across Europe about the wisdom of entrusting critical infrastructure to Chinese companies. Section 5. Countering dependency, France's push for economic resilience. Recognizing the potential pitfalls of excessive economic dependence on China, France has embarked on a path to bolster its economic resilience and reduce its vulnerability to Chinese pressure. The French government has implemented stricter regulations on foreign investments, particularly in strategic sectors such as technology, energy, and infrastructure. These measures aim to prevent the acquisition of sensitive assets by foreign entities, particularly those with close ties to foreign governments. Furthermore, France has been actively promoting European industrial policy, seeking to strengthen European competitiveness and reduce reliance on Chinese imports in key industries. This includes initiatives to support European champions in sectors like electric vehicles, batteries, and semiconductors, aiming to create a level playing field and protect European jobs. Section 6. Navigating the tightrope French political views on China. The evolving nature of the Franco-Chinese relationship has sparked lively debate within French political circles, reflecting the broader struggle in the West to reconcile economic interests with strategic concerns. While there is a general consensus on the importance of engaging with China, views diverge on the best approach to manage the relationship. Some voices within the French government and business community advocate for a pragmatic approach, prioritizing economic cooperation and downplaying potential risks. Others, however, express growing unease about China's assertive foreign policy, human rights record, and unfair trade practices. They argue for a more cautious and assertive approach, calling for greater scrutiny of Chinese investments, a tougher stance on trade disputes, and closer alignment with European partners to counter China's growing influence. This internal debate within France mirrors the broader struggle in the West to define a coherent and effective China strategy. Section 7. Human rights versus economic interests, a difficult balance. One of the most contentious aspects of the Franco-Chinese relationship is the issue of human rights. France, a nation with a strong tradition of upholding universal values, finds itself grappling with the moral dilemma of balancing its economic interests with its commitment to human rights. China's human rights record has come under intense scrutiny in recent years, particularly its treatment of Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang and the crackdown on pro-democracy activists in Hong Kong. The French government has faced growing pressure from human rights groups and some segments of the public to take a more assertive stance against China's human rights abuses. This has led to a delicate balancing act, with French officials issuing condemnations of China's actions, while trying to avoid jeopardizing economic ties. The challenge for France, as for many Western nations, is to find effective ways to promote human rights in China without resorting to measures that could backfire or harm their own interests. Section 8. The Taiwan question, a point of contention. Adding further complexity to the Franco-Chinese relationship is the sensitive issue of Taiwan. China considers Taiwan to be a breakaway province that must be reunited with the mainland, by force if necessary. France, like most countries in the world, officially recognizes the One China policy, but it also maintains unofficial relations with Taiwan and supports its democratic system. China's increasing military activity around Taiwan has raised concerns in France and other Western capitals, fearing that any escalation of tensions could draw them into a conflict. France has called for a peaceful resolution to the Taiwan issue through dialogue, urging all parties to exercise restraint. The Taiwan question remains a potential flashpoint in the Franco-Chinese relationship, highlighting the need for careful diplomacy and clear communication to avoid misunderstandings and miscalculations. Section 9. Looking ahead, the future of the Franco-Chinese Tango. As the global landscape continues to shift, the economic tango between France and China will undoubtedly evolve. The future of this complex relationship will depend on a multitude of factors, including China's domestic political trajectory, the evolution of the transatlantic relationship, and the ability of both France and China to manage their differences constructively. One thing is certain, the stakes are high for both countries. For France, finding the right balance between economic engagement and strategic autonomy will be crucial to navigating the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. For China, building a more stable and predictable relationship with France and other European powers will be essential to achieving its global ambitions. The future of the Franco-Chinese tango remains to be written. But one thing is clear, it will be a dance watched closely by the world.